doing this stuff because it's going to take a little while for it to break up. He said in a couple of weeks or a month, you will see this stuff start peeling off. You might see it start peeling off sooner. You know, I don't mix I do the Epsom salt and the borax, and then later on I'll take a bath with that palm olive. I bought some of the palm olive with the L-lactic acid. And he said, you know, that'll get this stuff off your skin. You know, the borax absorbs in your skin too, and the Epsom salt absorbs in your skin too. So you get it in your skin, and it's working on the stuff, you know, in our bodies. Also, you know, also so that's basically the stuff to cleanse the outside of the body. It will absorb into your skin. And he said after a couple weeks or month, you will see the stuff start breaking off of you, because it's kind of it's like Morgellons, basically fibrous, like a fibrous fungal infection that actually receives a lot of these electrical signals. Really makes a lot of sense to me, guys, because you know, at the beginning it was just very easy to defend with my electronic defenses and my passive defenses, like my enclosure. As we went forward, more toxins got into my environment, and I've used Epsom salt before, but I've never had a cleansing of my body, and just kept doing it. So, you know, it's gotten to a point where it's like, even if I'm in an enclosure, you know, I'll still get vibrations and ringing in the ears. Because, you know, if I put a cell phone in that enclosure, it's still going to get a signal. So if we have this stuff that the directed energy is attracted to, you're going to have a bunch of stuff around you, but if you have any cracks in it, it's going to come in just like it's going to a modem or a cell phone. It makes us like a dirty circuit board. So watch this video and watch his description of it. I'm giving kind of a I don't know, I'm giving kind of a secondary interpretation of it. I'm trying to stay true to what he said, though. And if you're watching this, Lookoutfa Charlie, put something in the comments about your video. I'll post it in the comments, your video. I'll go ahead, I'll put a comment on the video letting you know I made a video, so you can, you know, get people over there. But I'm being pretty true to it. You know, and he said the stuff that you would ingest, and to cleanse out your system: boron, you know, boron tablets. You can get those at the health food store. Potassium iodide. We need to take some of this stuff anyway. Potassium iodide, but this is part of his regimen. Now, this is, I've never heard of this, but this is bentonite clay. He talks about bentonite clay. So this is like a clay, and I'm going to mix it with water. I'm going to mix it with water and drink it. He says that it's like a magnet for those heavy metals in your system. So it'll attract all those heavy metals in your system and get those out. And this fungal-like infection, you know, it's attracting this energy to us. He said also, and before I forget, he said that lime sulfur, they bathe animals in it. He said it's kind of the most extreme part of the regimen, but he said that will detox and cleanse you faster if you can get. And I'm gonna have to look online. I couldn't find that at the health food store, but it's a lime sulfur that they bathe cats and dogs in to get rid of fungal infections and stuff like that. He says, you know, bathing in that will break up the stuff on your skin like almost instantly. It'll, you know, knock this stuff out. So that's another thing to bathe with to clean your skin, to clean this out of you. So the potassium iodide, the boron to ingest, if you don't want to just drink the borax. You know, I might drink a little bit of borax and take the boron. Then the bentonite clay to ingest also, and these are things so that this fungus doesn't grow back. So if it's in your environment, if they come in and put stuff in your food, or you know, with chemtrails, or you know, they put this stuff in your environment around your house or anything, it'll stop it from building up again. He also said garlic is good for that, so you can ingest garlic. Oregano oil, which he said oregano oil you can also put on your skin. He said honey, you can also, honey and the mentholatum, the stuff that you put on your nose that opens your nose. He said you can also put that on your skin. That has a lot of leaching effects for this fungal-like infection. So we got that. The garlic, oregano oil, which you can ingest and put on your skin. And he said to keep doing this. Keep the Epsom salt baths up every day until you start seeing results, and until you start feeling better, which he said is a couple of weeks to a month. Then you can kind of just do upkeep with this stuff. I'm going to let y'all know how it's going, but it's a very cheap method, and it could bring very good results. And the way that my targeting has gone, his theory is very sound with how it's worked out. With how I thought, hey, they're just building up the weapons, that's why it's getting worse. But it kind of makes more sense that it's something in my system that kept building up. They kept it the same amount of weaponry, but it's just working better on my body. So it really makes a lot of sense to me. And he said you can take magnesium. You're taking the potassium iodide, but that's iodine as potassium iodide. He said you can take potassium, and he said these things are all integral, so you want to take them all. He said don't pick and choose, but he said you can, if you're not rich, start doing the most important stuff and kind of build up to the other ones, so you can start on it and it'll start cleansing your system and cleaning off your skin, so you're not as good of an antenna for this directed energy. I'm on this will be day 3, and I'm gonna hit it hard with the Epsom salt bath with borax in it. Soak for 1 to 2 hours in it, and just soak my head in it and everything like that. I've already taken some potassium iodide and some boron. I'm gonna make some bentonite clay. I guess probably like 3 tablespoons, and start in on that, because that'll attract all the heavy metals, and start getting this stuff out of my body, start cleaning my skin, wash my clothes in borax and my towels and dry them so that there's no mold, they don't get mold on them, and then kind of keep this this fungal stuff going. And the palm olive, lemon sulfur, I went over that. I don't think I missed anything. That's pretty simple, but just keep doing it. So every day, do the Epsom salt bath, hot water. I mix borax with it. You can take them separate, one Epsom salt bath, one borax bath, but I figure just do both. So you got that, then the boron tablets, potassium iodide, then the bentonite clay, magnesium, regular potassium, garlic. I mentioned the garlic. I don't think I missed anything. He said you can also use honey on your skin. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to kind of work with what I've told y'all, and I'm going to look for the lime sulfur to maybe take a bath in that. I may actually give my dog a bath in that, because I think that she's been around me, so she's been kind of in the way of all these toxins or whatever, this fungal thing, fungal infection. And I've noticed her feeling worse and worse as we've gone along, so that makes a lot of sense. I know they do sometimes hit her, but it would make a lot of sense that she's just around me, so she's in the same environment, kind of soaking this stuff up. If they come and put it in my food, or I'm getting it from chemtrails, or in a lot of other places. That when I was at the house, I was getting it a lot at my townhouse, because I'd go outside and I'd smell like burning hamburgers. They would put toxins outside. Sometimes they would actually put toxins through the pipes in my house. So his theory is, it really brings me back to, they would pump sewage smells and burning hamburger smells, toxins up through my pipes. So why were they doing this? It was obviously not a poison to kill me, or at least in my case. I know they do sometimes try and poison people with gas and stuff like that, but in my case it was weird toxins where I was like, these must be toxins that make this stuff work better. When he explains it, though, I understand that the buildup is very dangerous. That if we can break this stuff off our skin and inside of our body, and keep it down, keep it out, then it may come into your path. But if you keep getting it out, see, I didn't, it's been building in my system, and it's kind of self-replicating because it has a fungal-like quality because it's fungus. I noticed a layer of my skin, like the first bath I took, like gray clumps coming off my skin, and I'm gonna, when it really starts to work, I'm gonna save that, whatever's coming off, and save it so I can get it tested somehow. I don't think I missed anything. I do want to add that on the phone, on the conference calls last night, somebody said that Dr. Stanager had done an evaluation of them and was talking about the nanotechnology used in putting our body through these toxins and stuff like that, and said that OxyClean is also something good to bathe in. So you might want to add OxyClean to this. I don't think it would hurt anything. But I think I got everything in the regimen, and please go watch the video. Just so you can hear his take on it, because I may have a little bit more of a simplified take. He can, explain it in detail so you can understand. But he's worked with 6 other TIs with doing this. They've all gotten better. He's gotten better. So it's really worked. He's produced results. He's had stuff coming off of his skin, and his theory is very sound. A lot of his ideas. He's a very smart guy. He's got recordings of these frequencies and has actually recorded the V2K. So watch all of his videos. A good guy who really wants to help, and he's a TI, and he wants us to keep it simple. Get defenses that work. I still think, I'm going to do this, and, I'm going to have the enclosure, my Q-Wave defenders. I feel like those things will work better once I'm not such a big antenna. But at the beginning of this, or the beginning of the heavy targeting, I was blocking it out better. And it was like they were hitting me externally, and it wasn't getting through. But then it was like it kind of stopped mattering. It would block a little bit of it, but I'd always kind of get hit. So this makes a lot of sense, because if you are turned into a dirty circuit board basically with these toxins, or fungal infection, then it doesn't, Lookoutfa Charlie kind of says it. He's like, it doesn't really matter what you put around you, because you're the antenna, and it's just going to go straight to you through any kind of cracks. But this it's a really good, to him it's not a theory. To me it's a theory right now because he said it. I'm gonna try it because it's not expensive, and he said he's gotten such good results, and it really makes sense with what I've heard from other TIs, and how we talk about toxins in our environment, how these people put tons of toxins in my environment, and probably still do, that I don't even know, like stuff in my condo, maybe my food, or just places that I touch. They might put something that exacerbates this fungal infection. So I'm definitely going to try this. I think we all should. I think this is a good angle if it can tone down the targeting or get rid of it. It's a good angle. And please go watch this video. I'm gonna put the name of the video in all the parts of this. So that's basically the video I want to make right now. I'll probably make another video today, because I just want to do this in 2 parts. Watch that video. I gave y'all the gist. I don't think I missed anything. But I think we need to try this, guys. We need to try this. I'm gonna try it and let y'all know how soon. So I'll be talking about it more. Look out for Charlie. If you're watching this and you want to leave comments, I left something out. I don't think I left anything out, but if I left anything specific, I'm gonna try and get people to your video though to watch it, not just give my own spiel on it. But I tried to stay true to what he wants in this regiment for people to do. And I hope it works for me. I hope it works for you guys trying it. So many more things. Such a hopeful year. Exponentially, we're getting there. It becomes a little bit easier every day. It still sucks, we're still getting targeted, but a lot more hope, a lot more great ideas. Thanks, Lookout for Charlie, for this idea. And, I'll see you guys on the next one. All right? I love y'all. God is behind us.